It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Say, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. We are getting closer to countdown because we have a big show here on Tuesday, which is an open invitation to everybody.
Yes.
That includes you, and you.
Especially that guy over there.
That's right.
Especially that guy over there. Yes, we have the lyric tenor, Ian Michael, joining us on Tuesday, Miriam Kramer, violinist, and Nichols Durkin, pianist. So that's all coming up on Tuesday. They're all coming in from England.
Yes, and they will be flying in here on the 747 jet, coming to sing. Now, she is in the top 10 in the world playing the violin. Right? And the guy who sings is like an opera star.
Since she was 4.
Yes, and she's 8 now, so it's an amazing accomplishment.
Amazing, wow.
I kind of find it odd every time you hear stories of people who are playing musical instruments ever since they were like 3 or 4 years old.
It's pretty remarkable,
mostly
right?
because I know how big a violin is, and I kind of have a hard time imagining a 4-year-old getting their fingers to move.
We'll have to ask, they must make smaller violins. Happy Thursday to you.
They call that a prodigy, right?
Yes, a child prodigy.
Now, remember when I told you I used to sell encyclopedias?
Were you a child prodigy?
No, not me. I couldn't even hold a stiff figure to make one. You remember when I told you I was selling encyclopedias?
Uh-huh.
In Washington Heights, I met a child prodigy. She played the violin, she played all these instruments, but her father said, play the violin for the nice man. And she went in there and she started very slow. And I said, oh, here you go. She must have been 4 or 5. She was very young.
Maybe this was her.
And she's playing, and the next thing, this lady breaks out. This little girl breaks out. I was crying. I was like, oh my God. So I called my boss, and I said, I don't know what to do here. This woman is tremendous. Little girl is tremendous. So they took her, and they put her in the school system, like to play and during classes and stuff. And she was a big hit in New York. I could not believe how good this girl was. If that girl walks in here on Tuesday, I'm telling you, I'm running out.
It could be.
Do you remember when I met at church, I met
JJ.
JJ? You remember that story? I met JJ at church.
JJ who?
JJ, the Haitian girl.
Oh, I do remember this.
Remember
JJ,
that?
you know.
And I was telling Dawn on a Monday, it was on a Sunday, they made me talk about her and everything on the thing. And then on Monday, I said to Dawn, you had to see this girl and who she is and yada yada. And on Tuesday, she walks in with ADL. And she looks at me, I look at her and go, holy smokes, we was just talking about you, remember?
Yeah, I do.
I was unbelievable.
I do remember that.
So you never know.
You never know who's going to walk through these doors. But yes, it's Tuesday. Our new start time is now 12:06, just for lack of a better time to start, right? Keeps everybody guessing a little bit. Happy Thursday.
It is not our start time.
It is now. Happy Thursday, everyone. We are very busy getting ready in the warehouse. It is talk about building it and they will come. We're building it and they are coming. Tomorrow we've got artists for autism coming. They're going to be joining us on the set. Maybe we give them a little piece of space to hang some of their artwork as well. Next week, we've got Sarah Spiritual coming on Monday. So if you want a reading, or you can call in or join us live in our studio. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor.
Icon,
not
10
a
years.
medium,
10
but
years.
a spiritual advisor.
She's been doing it 10 years. I produced that show now 2.5 years, and she's been on the air 10 years. She was at iHeart before us.
So she'll be joining us on Monday. Tuesday, we have the opera singer Ian Michaels. On Wednesday, it's a big event week next week. Wednesday, we're having the Brain Bowl 2019. I sent you the email, actually.
Palani.
With Pam Polani and her whole committee. They're going to be joining us on Wednesday. So come on out. They're doing their committee picture. If you want to learn more about what's happening on January 31st, we will be there covering the event again for our 3rd year. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know what's happening next Thursday and Friday. We'll see what's going on if we still have a building. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for your square water bottle.
It is under the table, I think. My Healing Moments bottle?
Yes, because this portion of the show is brought to you by
Healing Moments. We're going to find that and bring that up as
It's
well.
underneath the table. Why is it underneath the
Because
table?
I'm always very busy cleaning here is all I can tell you.
Let me ask you a question. Is that your water bottle?
The pink one is.
Do you always put vodka in it?
Always.
Because I took a sip the other day. I went, holy smoke.
I think that's just a big old water bottle.
Well, it helps.
Gatorade.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's Gatorade.
Big
Yes.
old bottle of Gatorade. And Teddy's doing in front of the camera interview tomorrow night, which I'm excited about with Wayne from Dignity Memorial. And next month we're going to be hosting an event here for Dignity.
Who else is she going to be doing with?
Actually, she's going to be co-hosting it with Dina. And Dina's new to our crew. She's going
Is
to be
that her
joining
name?
us starting the summer.
Yes.
Well, that's her nickname.
What's your real name?
Constantina is my full
Okay,
first
Dina it
name.
is.
Yeah.
Now, please, for the rest of the audience, could you say that slower?
Constantina,
Where is that national from?
Greek. I'm Greek.
Oh.
Hey.
And what is your last name?
Uzo! Uzo?
What's your last name?
Martucci. But I'm not Italian.
She's
So what's
Greek
your whole
Italian.
name?
Constantina Martucci. No middle name.
Constantina is Constantine.
Yeah.
Dina at the end, though, instead of Tina.
Yeah, Dina.
Dina.
Yes.
You saw my big fat Greek wedding?
There, okay,
Yes.
afterwards.
You know, everything works with Windex.
Windex, yes.
That's right.
She's Greek.
I didn't know that.
And Russian and a whole bunch of United Nations stuff over there.
Yeah.
UN.
Do you speak Greek?
No, my dad does. I don't.
Do you know when I was growing up in high school, we had to learn the Greek alphabet?
Do you know it?
Why?
God, I don't remember. If I see it, I'll know.
Yeah, I know
it.
some parts of Greek
Do you want me to
alphabet, but I
start it?
still don't know why.
Yeah, start it for us.
How you started?
Alpha, Vita, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mi, Ni, Xi, Omicron, B, Log, Sigma, Daf, Epsilon, Chi, Psi, Phi, Omega.
I remember the upsilon.
Yeah.
I was in a sorority and we had to learn it, and it was not in that accent. And none of those.
No,
sounded
it's Alpha,
familiar.
Beta, Gamma.
So let
It's
me get,
almost like Hebrew. Aleph, Bet, Vet, Gimel, Dalet. It's kind of the same thing.
give me a dollar. Give me a dollar. Give me a dollar. It's like in Spanish. We have ñ. It's an added letter. An N with a little thing on top. Ñ. L, double L's.
And what's B?
B.
B.
And there you have it.
No, B and V are optional. We just switch them around sometimes.
We do. B de vaca. B de vaca.
But it's funny. Every time we have somebody new, a new intern, a new producer, Freddie always says, "Where'd you find them?" Same place we find all of them.
No, this
come
one came
from
from
the
Greece.
I thought I said a box of kittens outside, but all right.
The box of kittens. You sound like my father-in-law who says the puppies were born under his bed. They weren't, but you were just saying. Tell us where you go to school.
Franklin Pierce University, all the way in New Hampshire.
How did you end up there? Actually, I should say, how did you end up here?
Here.
Well, my parents just decided to move to Stuart, Florida, and I've been looking around and was lucky enough to stumble upon the Brooklyn Cafe Show, and I got lucky.
How'd you end up in Florida? How come? What made your parents move to Stewart?
Well, our house isn't fully sold in Connecticut, but they were ready to move on, get to the warm weather, and they bought my grandma's house, and she got an apartment. So that's pretty much how it all fell into place.
Ah, look
Do
at
you
that.
know how cold it is in Connecticut today?
Probably like
38 degrees.
yeah. It's even colder in New Hampshire. I'm not looking forward to
New
going back.
Hampshire, it froze so much that the thermometer broke. I can't go back to New York for the cold weather. I just can't do it.
It's a good thing because Frankie says it's 28 degrees there.
Oh my goodness.
I know. He says his earlobes got blue. I said, that's better than anything
Oh
else.
my God. So here's my water bottle. Yes, this is Tracy came in today from Healing Moments. Her spa is spectacular. It's so hard to describe everything that Tracy offers. I actually did a post the other day about Reiki, and everyone said, "Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing. This is so incredible." But they do massage, they do Reiki. It's truly a hearing spiritual awakening. I can't even say it's a boutique wellness spa. It's not facials. It's just a place where you go, you can relax, you can get in tune. You've been there, right?
Yes.
There's just a feeling of calm and getting in tune with your chakras, sound healing. And they have this incredible Kangen water. It is hexagonal water. What is it, 8.5 in alkalinity?
Yeah, 8.5.
And she said, actually, for strep, you can get the 2.5, and it helps if you gargle with it. It helps with pink eye. It helps with strep.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. You drink that,
Yes.
and what do I drink?
Vodka.
No,
Coffee.
water.
Water,
with
Salt.
salt.
Oh, yes,
Warm.
with baking
soda.
Oh.
But I have to
But
tell
baking
you,
It's the
soda's
same
base.
thing.
Isn't baking soda base?
No, it's alkaline.
you know what though? I've tried both.
Yes.
The baking soda and my body don't do so well together.
That's because it's taking out all this
It's
stuff.
taking out too much.
It's taking out too much.
This water
You're 4 foot nothing.
is
You got much.
fantastic.
This water is fantastic?
Yes.
I put baking soda in that.
This water helps my hair grow. This water helps you just
That
feel
water's
better
gonna make
and
my
have
hair grow?
energy.
I'm gonna get
Yes.
some hair?
Do you, as a matter of fact,
It's a
I
little
was
too late for you, Freddie.
It is never too late,
look at my
friend.
hair. But no, in all
Don't make
seriousness,
me laugh.
I was
Just don't make me-
drinking the
just
water,
don't make me
and
laugh.
even my hairdresser says your hair feels thicker. And the only thing I did differently was the Beamer mat with Tracy and this water. I was going 2 to 3 times a week for my arm, and it was helping
How
with
is your
my
arm?
hair. It's getting better.
Do you know when you get older, your hair gets thicker?
No, when you get older, your hair gets thinner.
No, it falls out or it gets thicker. And do you know the Greeks have the thickest hair on the planet?
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Look it up. It's true. It's true fact. Look it up on Google.
We've got Hector with us.
How'd
We've
they figure
got
that out? How'd they figure that out?
Hector's
I
got
don't
a
like
lot
that.
of hair.
I don't even know why I know that.
You had hair like Hector when you were younger, didn't
I
you?
had more hair than Hector.
Well, I'm just really hedging my bets in the whole. I don't know if it's true or not that your grandfather from your mother's side still has hair. You're probably gonna have hair when you're old, and my grandpa is really freaking hairy, so I may have lucked out. So I might
How's
have
that for
lucked out.
TMI? So what's that going to say about your grandsons?
They're gonna
Your
be
grandfather
hairy.
on your mother's side.
I don't know if it's true. It
But
could be
none of
apocryphal as
your,
far
none
as
of
I
yours
know.
are on the mother's side. All yours are sons.
Listen, I don't believe any of that stuff because I'm losing my hair. Freddie's losing his hair. Gio's losing his hair. I don't
They
want
have
to
you
hear
for
it.
a father,
It's
but they
male
have you for a
pattern
father.
baldness.
Male pattern baldness.
Yeah, it goes on the maternal gene, so it goes. Only women can give it to their sons, so that's why it goes by your mother's grandfather.
Oh, so
It's
it is
just like
true.
a gene that you get in,
Your mother's grandfather?
or any
mother's
males on your
father.
mother's side.
I know your hair was like, I can't even believe that you. Have you guys seen these pictures of Freddie? They're unbelievable. We should really post them because no one will even believe
Absolutely
You
not.
had an incredible widow's peak from that picture.
a widow's peak.
Yes, I did.
Look at that one. That picture. Look at this picture of Freddie.
Oh God,
They
look
say,
like an
"Aw."
you look like an extra. Look like an extra on Boogie Nights.
This is when I started to wear. I started to use the what they call that? The hair
Rogaine?
thing? No, not Rogaine.
Horse shampoo.
No, when you curl your hair.
A perm?
Perms, yes.
You had a perm?
Oh
You've
yeah.
got
Oh
curly
my
hair,
God.
no?
Yeah, I did, but I wanted to curl it more because I started losing it. So they put a perm in there, which makes it worse.
Yeah, perming
Yeah.
will make your hair fall out, definitely.
So I started perming my hair.
We should do a whole show
This
on
is Giovanni. That's my son.
how you
Gio.
make those bat wings, the angel on your eyeliner. That's amazing.
Cat wings.
Oh, funny story about when we interview new producers on the show. We have a new one starting on Monday, Mia, and she comes to us through FAU. But because Freddie and I don't ever do anything at the same time, I call and then he calls. So I call, I know she's coming on Monday, this whole thing. He texts me. He's in production. I'm sitting in the back. Last Friday, he texts me, we have a bartender coming on the show next week, and he sends me her name and her picture. And I start laughing. I said, she's a new producer through FAU with us. He says, what do you mean? She's a bartender at Burt and Max. I go, she may be both.
Oh.
So I text her, I think my partner invited you on this show, and she starts laughing. She says, yes, he did. I said, when would you like to do that bartending segment? While you're working with us or before?
First of
She
all,
says, I'll do that next week
first of all, it did not say bartending anything. It said mixologist.
with Burt and Max.
It's
Yes.
just, it's just a fancy
You
word
have
for
to put,
bartending.
that's what I put on my resume, mixologist, because it makes it look bartending.
Are you a mixologist as well?
Yes.
But let me tell you
You've
what
had
the
very talented
but
interns.
let me tell you what the problem is. Dawn took us to Buddhist Sky Bar. Were you with us on that shoot?
No,
I
we
was.
actually
You were.
called you.
I was.
Yeah.
We were at Buddhist Sky Bar. Buddhist Sky Bar teaches people how to become bartenders.
Not children. When they don't tell children.
there was
they don't have an after-school. They don't have an after-school program.
They teach millennials. How's that? They teach
Again,
millennials.
they don't have an after-school program.
Lord have mercy.
It's
They
not
teach
3 to
college
6.
college kids.
I want to do that though because I watched the show on it when you were doing it, and it looked
It looked
awesome.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Here's
and it
the
tastes
thing.
even better.
We're gonna have Dina and Mia. We can do it right here with. So you're a mixologist also.
Yes, I'm not trained, but in the jobs that I worked with, they trained me there.
She's
2
Greek.
jobs.
She's trained.
Now let me tell you something. I was a bartender.
Really?
For,
I could
for
see that.
4 years. I was a bartender. I have bars and I have my black book. I'll bring it in. It has all the little drinky poos.
Okay.
Magical stuff. Stuff that I made up.
We're gonna do a whole segment on that. So
Stuff that may or may not be illegal. So stay tuned.
All of it is
you
very
could be a
legal.
mixologist as well.
No, he's
Yeah,
more
but-
of a
yeah, but-
drinkologist.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know too many biker bars in Florida that would hire me.
There's one in the Keys. I could take you there. I know the owner, Joe.
Yeah, but the commute would just eat up all my tips.
No, you
though.
probably won't leave. You just live in the back.
No.
You'll be the Gagos Paisano from the back.
Well, tell us what you're looking to do, Dina.
I'm looking to do anything, really.
And what your degree is in what? In
Communications and minor in public relations. So I'm obviously focusing towards more like broadcasting journalism.
And we are going to be doing the mini. I spoke to Teddy here.
Tracy
put that
wants it.
together.
Jen wants it.
Everybody wants it, which is going to be great. We'll put her to do the front, she'll bring it here in the back. Hector maybe goes on the road and.
Somebody has to do the
I see
heavy
it work.
lifting, so.
But Hector, you'll be in charge of the production.
Yeah.
That's the heavy lifting. Without you, it doesn't matter what she says in the mic if it doesn't work.
True.
That is true.
And then we are going to escalate the VMix. We are going to go maybe to 8 screens at once. Yeah, we're going to push, baby.
You really should see Teddy's expression right now.
Yes, we're going to get that camera on Teddy. And if you see the little video we had done in the warehouse, DJ is setting up the lights, getting ready for the stage that is being built. You know, they say if you build it, here's how Freddie and I do business. I want a new kitchen, he wants a stage. So what do? We get both. I think that's a
You
great
got the kitchen.
compromise, right?
Are
And
you
you're-
happy with that?
And you're getting the
We
stage.
got a new kitchen. And
Hector says we need a hot plate. What are you making on the hot plate, by the way?
It's a hot plate. It's basically like it's like having an electric stove, except cheaper.
Interesting. You can really cook on it, huh?
Yeah, if you get hot enough, you can.
Boil water and
we should
everything.
do a kitchen set so we could do.
Is that what
Food
the stage
and
is for?
No, the stage that we're building, we're going to actually have a small stage here to host 4 people, 5 people at once. It's for public speaking, for songs and everything else, but I wanted to raise it a little bit, and that's not going to be very high off the floor. And then this guy, this crazy man, DJ Ortiz, which I love this man, he comes in with bridges and lights, and I mean, we are having all sorts of test runs today. Even the new kid was dancing.
I know.
He
He was
forced me.
teaching you how to dance.
And you did a beautiful job, I must say. He's
So-
in there hanging art with Brady. You got everyone working and thinking.
First of all, Brady started dancing, and this kid was Mr. Quiet.
You know, we had from the other side of the warehouse, the furniture, the housing place, they came down with furniture in their hands. The guy's walking around with chairs. I said, you can come in.
Tell him to bring the chairs in.
I was
I need
thinking
furniture
that.
for that corner.
I know we do. I know.
We gotta go with that.
Yeah, I know. We're going to
You know, the funny thing is, Hector was playing
I
the
saw
congas. She was playing. She put on a hat. Teddy and I were dying, and they're playing congas. He's playing the cowbell, and the other guy's playing the cuchifrito, whatever that thing is.
got a lot
That's like
going on
I got
here.
video of it.
You got a lot going on.
Then those are just tom drums without the covers on them.
He told me that that's the music you like to listen to.
No, it isn't.
It isn't.
No,
So
it's a music that it's music that I
accustomed to listen.
accustomed to listen to, but it's not exactly what I choose to listen to. I don't think we're allowed to put the music listen to. It's
You
not
hear
for
rap?
Not really.
So what do you listen to? Beethoven's Fifth? What do you listen to?
No. That's what I use. No, that's what I used to go to sleep to. I can't exactly put some of the metal tracks that I normally use. I normally have in my car right now.
Why? What's in it?
They're metal.
Sadists? The devil's talking to you?
Well, I don't want. Well, great. Now you just ruined the surprise.
Yeah.
I want to ask Teddy and Hector, because they've been with us through the old studio, through our new space. What was it like when we told you we were leaving the other place, coming here, and how do you like the new place?
How do you like the new place? Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll start. Well, for one, way more room.
Way more.
And
yes.
for a big guy, that's important.
For a big guy it's important, but when you had a lot of people to work with, a lot of people, having more room helps, especially when you have an extra studio where you can do another broadcast, and you have a bigger space when you can build stuff, put things together, and like actually do things with.
Can you envision more? Or was this what you envisioned when we showed it to you the first time?
Sort of. I kind of already imagined us having whatever kind of stair. I was actually being able to use that overhanging loft eventually, but
That'll come.
eventually.
That's because
As soon as I
Teddy
get the
started
waiver
putting
from
a
the
flag
as
up
soon as
there.
I get the waiver from the attorney, that'll come.
As soon
It's
as
on
we-
my computer.
As soon as we find the collapsible staircase.
Well, that's a whole different complication. Right now, it's being used just as a highlight. And what'd you think?
I'm so excited about it. When we first came here, I thought, like, I know we had talked about it, about how I was afraid that we were going to fill the space. It was going to look really empty, but it's gotten to a point where you guys have come up with things that I don't think any of us would have come up with if we were still in the old space.
I'm going to tell you something. Not you guys. This guy over here.
Okay.
Her. I'm
Dawn
just
has come
following.
up with things.
There were artists in here yesterday, and they're hanging art, and then I see DJ Ortiz hanging the art. I didn't know that was coming.
But just even the kitchen set, having the stage, doing all the things that we've done, having the parties, all that, like, we couldn't have done that in the other space, and I don't think we even would have thought of it. But now, like, as we go on, there's more and more ideas coming out, and it's so much for creativity. We can grow so much faster.
Agreed.
I love it.
What are some things that you'd want to see here, to do here?
I don't know. We've come up with so much. I love the idea of the kitchen set. I love us doing the networking parties. I know we want to start having the artists in here. I don't know.
What about shows?
doing that.
Right, because we have the Desi, that's the Desi studio. Easier saying than Lucy.
We're going
We've
to-
got the Desi studio
Is that what
across
we're
the
calling
way.
it now? Is that what we're
Yes.
calling it now?
Who
Desi
the hell
and
is
Lucy.
Desi?
Desi and Lucy.
Desi's the guy.
Yeah, so that's the Desi.
I thought that was
studio with the
Ricky.
Lucy studio.
I thought
Or
it
you
was,
want to call it Ricky?
that was Ricky.
You know, it's really funny.
Ricky, I'm home.
I sent her. I said to her that I would like to do a New York theme, so I have a pole with green signs pointing to different places, right? So I said to her, "Why don't you call it these things?" And that's
Brooklyn
it. You-
studio, the Bronx studio.
It was
I just
the
call it studio
Brooklyn,
too. I just call it studio
Manhattan,
too, but-
Brooklyn and the Bronx.
But it's what do we want to do in that other studio? Because you need to fill it. We need to bring life to that studio.
Yeah. I love that we're doing mini mitzvahs in there because those kids are just so energetic. I think it's awesome to have them in there. I love that we're doing Fuego in there. I think it brings so much life to everything. I love that we're doing 2020 in there. I would love to keep doing, I know B wants to do a show where she's interviewing the interns and all of our producers. I think that's awesome. Anything like that. It does. It brings a lot of life to the studio.
I kind of like that idea, the 2020 and the whole thing. You guys putting together the opening and all that. We're gonna put a whole Facebook page to it. I heard.
Yeah.
Or
That is what
Facebook and everything else.
I wanted to push it on their own page. An intro. I know Hector has the logo, so we can. Patty, come on in.
Patty, come.
An intro, a new logo, a whole like it's a regular show, not just a side gig to what we are, but a whole nother show as well.
Yeah, because the bottom line here is, like we always tell the producers, if you have an idea, bring it. And it doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent, we'll figure it out. I mean, the stage concept came up because I couldn't find stage on Amazon. And I kept looking
They
and
were
looking.
small.
So then Lewis is a star. You know, it's funny. I tried to explain to somebody the other day all the stories within the stories, on top of the stories. I need a day.
They don't get how you and I do things.
It's just ridiculous.
I don't get how you and I do things.
I don't even know
Yeah,
who I am
very spur of
anymore.
the moment.
Seriously, how we met Lewis.
Lewis, how do we meet
I
Lewis?
mean, Lewis is an incredible general contractor.
Incredible good.
So we were up in Delray. We were on remote. In the middle of moving and doing everything, we were at the Arts Garage. And we said, we really need a general contractor. But I was hungry. So I said, let's go to lunch. So we went to lunch. Freddie goes, why lunch? Why do we have to go to Foxworth Fountain? I said, I don't know. I just feel like we need to go to Foxworth Fountain. We park the cars. We get out. And there's a gentleman. His truck says, general contracting. We said, do you hang lights? And he looked at us like we were crazy. And he said, yes. And then his wife came and got in the car. He gave us his card. I just found it, as a matter of fact. And that was on a Friday. He came here Saturday. He hung the chandelier out in the hallway.
He came here Friday and Saturday.
And then he had to hang the second one. And his wife he gave up his business 5 months ago. His wife was diagnosed with breast cancer and he had to stop working. And they were at the pharmacy filling her prescription. It was her first day out. And we found them. And he didn't have any money even to buy the medication.
That would become
so
an
he
issue.
came to work with us on Friday and Saturday. And they were able to pay for her medication and she sat with us.
And she sat with us on Monday on the show, right? And then Lewis comes in here and I'm looking at him and I'm saying, Lewis, and I show him a picture. And he writes down, all kidding aside, he writes down
This is your stage.
what he needs, and I look at him and I said, Lewis, but this is like a 15th of what they charge for. He says, yeah, and your family, don't worry about it. So I couldn't make heads or tails of what he wanted because it's lumber and I'm buying the wrong stuff. So we called him today. He says, don't worry about it, I'll pick it up. I'll pick up the stuff. You pay me when I get there and everything's good.
Not only could you not make heads or tails of it? He gives it to me.
I say, here, you do it.
He says, you have an account with Home Depot, order it. I don't know a 2x4 from a 2x6, but I do know presswood is not the same as plywood because it does swell.
I'm ordering
that
presswood.
much I know.
I was ordering the wrong way. And then...
That's why it was $7 versus $50.
And the kitchen is a gentleman who used to own...
Corner porch.
The corner porch. You remember the corner porch? Mo.
I do.
So I call Mo, and I says, where are you? He says, oh, I'm a general contractor now. I said, Mo, I need you to come and do a kitchen. So he came here. He drops the stuff up at 8:30 at night. I meet him here. Puts it in less than 2 hours.
Yep. So it is evolving.
I mean, nobody in their right mind would know.
Nobody in their right mind would do what you and I do.
It's just
But
crazy.
Lewis's story is just spectacular, and what a great guy. So if anyone's looking for a general contractor, we've got a couple to help you with, and their prices are amazing, and they're dependable, and they show up, and you can trust them, and that's all I can say is that's the best part.
And let's not forget Frank.
Frank's incredible. He'll be back in March.
He'll be back in March. You got a handyman. He's sort of here for 30 days, and then he goes back to New York. Don't ask me why. It's just the way a New Yorker thinks. But he's all the wiring that you see, all the piping and everything, he did all of that. I mean, he's very meticulous. Just don't put him on the line and you're good to go. But other than that...
It takes a village to put everything together. In our world, because our brains don't work like normal people.
I came in here one day and all the art was moved around. And this is...
This is from Mary Marabito. So
Remember
everything
Mary?
you see...
Miss America?
Absolutely beautiful.
She's Mrs.
Mrs.
Massachusetts.
America. Nobody needs to know that. She's
She
Miss
wants
America.
to make sure she's Mrs. Massachusetts.
Mrs. America.
But all the art that you see in the studio, behind our set, when you come to visit us, everything is for sale. There will be price tags up, and we can let you know. Even we might have to part with Desi and Lucy and Abbott and Costello and the horses that Jay brought on yesterday. Everything is for sale. The art of Amy Reshevsky. We've got Michelle Cancrow's art. So many beautiful things, black and white. You name it.
I know. I may have a buyer for that, unfortunately. And he says, oh, and I'm going to send him the number today, see if the guy wants to buy it. They're going to do their own deal, but it is what it is. That's one of my favorites. When I first met Jay, that was the one I met. That's the first thing
Is that
I saw.
incredible? And that's done in colored pencil.
All in pencils.
The detail.
Which is really, really spectacular. So come on out. We're located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, suite number 13. Yes, the sign does say Little Palm Family Theater. We are working with the city and the sign company on that. Soon to change, maybe. And we keep
At this
going.
rate, no.
And maybe not. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Patty Goldenberg with Fem City. And you brought some guests coming in on the 1 o'clock hour.
They called us.
They called and said, and what are we talking about? I said, I don't know. What did Patty tell you we're talking about? She went, really? Yeah, really. Anyway, stay tuned. It's all about giving back to the kids, Fem City, and Super Bowl. So we'll be right back.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with the PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
And we're back, and we are right on point for Freddie not making the opening.
And now go for the camera again.
And this segment brought to you by Reboot Wellness Cruise. Come cruise your way to fantastically fabulous health. It happens to be next weekend, January 18th through 20th. It's an incredible 2-day, 2-night cruise, leaving from the port of Palm Beach, going to Nassau, Bahamas. It is $525 per person, all inclusive. That is double occupancy. If you want your own stateroom, it's only $625, and that still includes everything. They have amazing speakers, mindset on money and abundance and past issues, right? Things that go all the way back. He says till the umbilical cord. So
wow, that
way
sounds
back,
that sounds like a complete wellness cruise.
Complete nutrition and accountability.
And for 8 days, and for how many days?
2 days, 2 nights, $525 shared cabin, $625 for your own. And for more information, you can go to rebootcruise.com, REBOOT, cruise.com, and you can always find Tony hanging around here.
And the MC of that thing is Lindsay Martinez.
Yes, it is.
And we've met some of the sponsors that are going to be on there.
Some really amazing speakers.
Good stuff there. And one of the ones I don't want to leave her out is Jeanette, who did the blood work on me. And I mean, just an amazing cruise.
Really, really. And every speaker and sponsor he brings, I think, where did you find these unique people, right? One, karma and realigning, not karma, your chakras and money, and so many things, energy and the nutrition and food, and it's just an incredible mindset cruise.
Now, did I tell you that I wanted to bring a yacht in here?
Yeah, I know. We ran out of room.
No, there's a gentleman who offer his yacht, and they'll bring the dry dock in here, and they'll back it up in here.
We're gonna do a show, so we're finally gonna do that show on a boat you always wanted.
That's right. We're gonna do the boat. We're gonna do Reboot Cruise afterwards.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about people who've been on the
Yes, from the
cruise.
studio on a yacht.
So we're going to put a really big screen and make it look like we're on the ocean?
No, it's a real boat.
No, it's a real boat.
What are we doing in the background?
No, we're just gonna
green screen the background.
Just green screen the background.
I got so much green screen I could fill up this room. Yeah, you want to do that? Do you know how to do green screen?
You were going to teach me.
I do.
You know? Oh, there you go. Oh, he can teach you all day long. That's color correction.
I did visual. Look, I have a major in visual effects and animation. I know how to make you do things that you didn't think you could do.
Oh, it sounds so romantic. Listen, if you want to visit his office, he has his office in the back. That's what I was excited about.
Yes.
They took, that painting we had, the picture of New York? They're putting it up. We have no more paintings. Everything's up. And his office is now prepared. Come on down and have a session.
Yes. Just mind the bear trap.
The animator's office is all set to go. We've got Patty Goldenberg with us from Fem City. It's been a while.
It has.
When was the last time we saw you? Like a year ago?
No, well,
last year, but
kind of.
It's been a couple weeks.
It has. A lot going on the home front. I'm excited to kind of get back and be fresh for the new year, the new decade. You know, that's kind of weird to say, 2020, new decade. Been here in South Florida 10 years.
How strong is Fem City going? Is it still...
Fem City is thriving and growing. We're really excited about the coming year. We do have our luncheon. Sorry, Freddie.
It's sold out.
But we have January luncheon, not sold out yet, but we're about 2/3. It's going to be January 24th. And we will be at one of our favorites, Harvest Seasonal Grill in Delray Beach. They're great partners. And we have a fabulous speaker, too. We have Lynn Miner-Rosen, who is one of our FEMS, one of our Boca Del Rey board members. And she's going to be speaking about how to focus your business to best serve your clients, customers, and your employees who have disabilities. And so that's something that's, really people are becoming more aware of that. And there are a lot of simple things you can do in your business that are going to help you reach out to that demographic and support them.
It's an interesting topic.
I would like to talk to you after the show about Fred Talk.
Okay.
Because what I want to do is I want to bring these speakers you have, women from the business, and I want to give them 22 minutes.
22,
Because
not
TED
20.
TED Talks is 20.
That's better than we have.
We're going to do 22 minutes with a commercial and a networking party. I want to do that here. I want to see how that works so that the information can be given to everybody out there and highlight what they do. One of the problems I have with TED Talks is that TED Talks talks about TED Talks. It's about them.
There's a lot of talking about TED, that's for certain.
No, they don't talk about TED, but they talk about the business of how they bring it. Every time I see something on TED Talks.
I don't think so. I think each of the speakers speaks about their niche.
Yeah, but they
that
talk
is.
about how wonderful it is to be on TED Talk.
Well, it'd be like if one day Oprah reached out to us and said, "Would you like to come on?" It's going to be
No,
like,
the
"Yeah,
first
it's
thing
really
Oprah
wonderful
reached out
that
to-
we're going to be
I
on
would
Oprah."
say no.
No, first there's. No, I think pretty sure the
wouldn't
first thing
knock
it
on the
says
Oprah
who
show?
are you.
You would go on.
I'm sorry, I'm going.
No, I think the first question is how'd you get our number?
I said
and
that
are
to
you
someone
actually
yesterday.
serious?
Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do.
How about the Ellen Show? Wouldn't we
Same
be
thing. How'd
really
you get our number?
excited?
Wait, how'd you get our number?
I can't talk about Ellen. That's a different animal.
You'd go
But
on the Ellen
Oprah,
Show,
I
yeah.
tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to call Russ Johnson after the show, and we will have Oprah call.
Okay.
'Cause he's very good friends with her.
Okay.
And if she says, well, why should I put you on? I'm going to give you the speech, and then you're going to tell me, nah, I don't want to do it.
Really?
Because it's all about the niche. I'm just talking about the business side of it. I'm not talking about the good side of it. I'm talking about the business side. And in TED Talks, everybody's so excited about being on TED Talks that they sort of forget about it's them. They are the highlight. And forget it. And in Fred Talks, nobody knows what a Fred Talk is, right?
You
So
do.
they'll
You
be
do,
the
Fred.
highlighter, right?
Well, you do, Fred.
FredEx.
Fred X. That's what we said. And I want to bring it in, but I'm going to give them more. And already I've had the issue with the gentleman from Boca who said, oh, I don't want you doing that. No, okay, don't want me. It doesn't make a difference. But the object of the game here is that you have people who have valuable information, right?
That's right.
So we should bring it up, make it louder, make it stronger, and give them not a small platform, but a bigger platform.
They're talking about workplace with people that have unique abilities is tremendous because everyone's more and more mainstreamed, which is amazing, right? That's our goal, is to mainstream everyone into our community. But everyone has different needs.
Right.
And that's in any business platform. Everyone has different needs.
Yes, and I love how you frame that as unique abilities because, I mean, let's face it, we all have unique abilities in some way, and just because someone can do something in one fashion or has trouble, doing something in another fashion, you don't need to label it as a disability because they're quite often excel in another area that people we think mainstream don't.
Always,
so,
right?
It's just a matter of being aware and being able to make a few very simple adjustments in the way you may phrase things or the way you've set up your office that are going to be more inclusive and inviting and bring more of these customers who are a major part of our community to your business.
Yes.
It opens up your business. It changes your mindset. We talk about the reboot cruise on changing your mindset for you.
You gonna hold that like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't do that.
Okay.
I'm looking at your fingers, that's why.
It changes your mindset and opening it up to the community and everyone being included. It's more about being inclusive, always about being inclusive and opening your doors.
It's funny because we did that show yesterday and we had that young lady, I can't pronounce her name, Pazit. That one. And they were asking me about, were you really honest about the things that, and I said, yeah, I was honest. I think that the platforms on television and everything else, everybody wants to say, oh, look, I'm here. Oh, and by the way, I have a guest. that's really not my style. It's not what I'm looking to do. I want to highlight what they have to say. I want to show it. So if you want to come on the set, you can come on the set and send us some film to do that. But there is so much invaluable information. Let me give you an example. We have, how many producers have we had? Over 300?
Yeah.
I lost
Easy?
count.
You lost count, right? I know.
Some of the talent on these people, I'm surprised that nobody's hired Hector away from us.
I'm surprised too.
Well, I'm kind of glad. As a matter of fact,
It could be
Freddie
his
said,
charming
I have
personality."
somebody who wants to hire Hector. I went, no, they
Don't
can't
share.
have him.
But the bottom line, that's not
They
true.
say, who
Hector,
can-
listen, if I can kick you out of here to get hired, I would do it. The bottom line here is that people sometimes size up people visually, right? And sometimes they size it up, or what they say, and they don't look at the skills. And our younger group right now, our millennials, are thinking, this chick right here,
She's running everything
I'm
on
gonna
her
tell you,
today.
ABC would be fortunate to have Teddy
Yes, they will.
because she's that good. She can do multiple things at this
Hire
level.
me, ABC.
But and would I like to see her go? Now, we saw Super John. He did his first video. I'm going to tell you, it's unbelievable. I mean, the kid is talented. This guy is talented. And animation is talented. What she does, I always say is Teddy coming, right?
Every day.
Because if she's not coming, then I got to change the plan.
So I want you to know, Teddy, I've now been banned from touching equipment.
Yes. And curtains, and lights, and anything else. She's not allowed to touch anything else.
How about the coffee machine?
It took me 3 days to fix that TV. Do you know why?
Because I pushed the wrong
Because
button.
She
Because
pushed the wrong button.
I don't touch anything.
So she still had to touch the coffee machine, though, right?
I'm good on coffee.
No,
and
coffee
food.
is good, but she touched that TV. It took me 3 days. You know why? Because she's finally told me, oh, I hit that button. You know what? I hit the button. You hit the button. And you and I were trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Why is it not going on? I said it might be because I hit the mode button.
Don't touch it no
He says,
more.
how do you know how you can find what it is? I said, because on the far left there's a button I hit that said mode. He said, you hit that button? Yeah. And there it was.
And you saw what you and I went through. You know, what people don't understand, Teddy, is that to put a production together, it's not crayons. It isn't about 1, 2, and 3 equals 4. And it's not about that. It's about getting it looking right. You got to change the color schemes, and this is an everyday change.
Every day.
We're
What you
sitting
do-
here, and there's so much going on over on the other side of the room.
You don't even realize,
Honey,
right?
you haven't seen this week. We've had kitchens put in. We're having a stage built. There's all sorts of stuff because we have a big event on Tuesday. What are we having on Tuesday?
On Tuesday we have opera singer, tenor, Ian Michael's coming in from London. And on Wednesday, we've got the Brain Bowl committee picture being taken place here, so they'll be here. Monday, Sarah Spiritual is going to be here and having an event either in here or the warehouse. So we've got a lot going on.
Now, I would like to invite Fem City to come
Any-
down on
any or all.
Tuesday. I want you to bring everybody you can. I don't care if it's 10 to 20 to 30 to 40, standing room only, I don't care. But it's going to be classical opera with a violinist number 10 in the world.
All
Did they say-
right.
Did they tell you what they're going to be playing?
He sent me a list and I said, DJ.
Can I see the list?
That's on our email, I think.
I'll give it to you. I'll send
Oh.
it to you. But the bottom line is, I have no idea of how we're going to pull this off. But we'll see. We're having a stage built by Monday, I hope.
I was asked, how does Freddie want to conduct the interview? I about fell on the floor because I was really glad it was on the phone. I said, how does Freddie want to conduct the interview? I said, I don't know. I'll have him call you on that one.
Freddie will be in the other room.
That was the phone call yesterday. I don't
Are
know
you
really,
serious?
100%.
Who said that?
I'll use my right hand. So you,
Who said
honest
that?
to God.
Who?
Barry. How does Freddie like to conduct his interviews? I said, I don't know.
With Dawn.
I don't know. You know how Freddie likes to conduct his interviews. I've known
Freddie
you for a
doesn't
few
conduct
years.
the interview. Freddie sits here and listens.
The
I
other
don't
one says
conduct
to me, and how would Freddie like to pay me? I don't know. Why don't you ask him when you see him tomorrow? I think so far.
Is that what Mo said?
Yeah.
Tell Mo I'll pay him on Tuesday in hamburgers.
Here's the receipts. Should I give them to you or Freddie? Whatever you choose. When's Freddie
Oh,
going to pay
you
me?
sidestepped that one, didn't you? Didn't you?
But it's all good. But let's talk to Patty about what's going on. You've got the luncheon coming
Yeah,
up.
so we have the luncheon. We're also really excited. Fem City, as many people know, and some may not, we are an international community. We have our Boca Del Rey community that we're really excited to be with you here on the Brooklyn Cafe, but we have Fem Cities all over the U.S. and Canada and growing. And through that, we have just started a members-only Facebook group that is global. So our Boca Del Rey members can connect with Fem City members in Philadelphia, in Toronto, out in California, just really all over. And this is for members only. But yeah, it's a wonderful platform.
What is the page?
Fem City
Members only.
Members only. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. And it's a group, not a page. But you do have to answer a couple of questions, and they do verify which city you are a member of. And it just started this week, and we're really excited. It's growing every day. And while we've had Boca Del Rey members who have moved to other locations and continued with Fem City, the same thing goes for members that we've had come to our city, and so it's nice to be able to just keep up that way as well.
And it helps you find different organizations. I mean, how we ended up here is 100% through Fem City and God. And they kind of go hand in hand on this one. Truly.
Yeah.
Which is truly amazing. And everyone knows organic movements. Someone said to me the other day, my Pilates teacher, my booty bar. Remember I met you, I used to
Stand
do...
the mic, is that
I used to do booty bar when I first met you.
I have no idea
That was
what
the
you're
day when
talking
I
about.
actually had time to
What
work
the hell is
out.
she talking about?
I ran into her last week, and she says, how are you doing? I go, I'm doing great. My booty misses you, but I'm doing great. And she said, you're in a new studio next to Organic Movement. She said that is one of the best kept secrets in Boca.
Booty bar.
I asked myself the exact same question.
The hell's a booty bar?
Booty bar is you do all your exercises on the ballet bar for your booty.
I
So
only
it's
know one
ballet.
bar. I know the
So
drinking
it's
bar.
So it's ballet.
It's ballet, but you get to hold on. But,
And so it's drinking bar too. You gotta hold on.
but well, they do that next door also. We did Pound and
They
Pour
do, mhm.
with Fem City,
Pound and
so with
Pour.
Michelle Olsen
Oh,
Rogers.
you're next door
yes.
too? Oh, you're like freaking all over the place.
Both our one of our members, Courtney Francisco, owns Organic Movements, and then Michelle Olsen Rogers, who is also one of our Fem City members, teaches the Pound and Pour exercise class here.
You know, you
So
need a bartender for Pound and Pour.
We'll work on that. Not my department.
And the amazing thing is we are connected through a door. So,
Did you know she was coming?
of course I did.
You don't say nothing to me.
I didn't tell you Dr. Lee was coming?
No.
I know. Dr. Lee and I are going to have a little chit-chat.
I'm
but,
going to send you the video today so you don't have to text me.
but Fem City has such
send it to you.
amazing contacts. We're going to talk to Dr. Lee in a few minutes.
I know.
Amazing contacts. And now I love that you can bring all the Fem Cities together.
Yes. So we're very excited. We've had a members-only directory on the website, but this just makes it more personal and more interactive.
Which is spectacular.
Did you know she was coming? You leave out a lot of blanks. Let me tell you. Now, let me ask you a question. Can we bring the president of Fem City back to this set?
Violet?
The founder, Violet, certainly as schedule presents.
Well, you tell her I need her here so that we can bless the place and do some other stuff with her. We want to talk to her. And I know that her time is very valuable because she's only going to give us 30 minutes and gone, which I'll take.
Well, she's down in Miami, down in Coral Gables, so we are very fortunate that we have her somewhat local, so she is able to come and be with us in person sometimes where she can't on others, but again, it's all the way in
Tell her
Miami.
I'll
We
give
could
her a
also
cup
do
of
VMix.
coffee. Oh, we can. But I would like her
Patty
in-house.
now knows how to bring
I
people in
do.
on VMix. I
I
sent
do.
her all the information.
No, but I would like her in-house because I want her blessing. Everything that woman touches turns
Her
to
energy
gold.
is
Unbelievable.
fantastic, yeah.
But I love because we talk about can women really play nice in the sandbox? So that we have 3 beautiful women lined up here. Can we really play nice in the sandbox? And Fem City, now what you've done is not only incorporated the Boca Del Rey chapter, is you've incorporated all of the women, national, through this page, this Facebook group. So yes, ladies, we can all play nice in the sandbox and share. And that you're having your event the end of January.
believe
January
this?
24th.
Women talk about playing in the sand. Guys build stuff in the sandbox, right? I need a brick.
You
he
know what
gives me a
guys
brick.
do?
Yeah,
You guys can either just go at each other, and then you forget it, and then you talk football, and it's all good.
Go for
like
each
if you
other.
have a disagreement,
We don't have a disagreement.
Men never
we
have
have a difference
disagreements?
of opinion.
and then you talk football or basketball or baseball, you have a beer, and you're good to go. Women aren't always like that. is
I'm
all
going
I
to tell
can
you
say.
something. I'm glad I'm not a woman. Guys don't have disagreements. Brady's the best. Brady's not the best. Okay. Next.
Yeah, I've only known Brady for a couple of days.
You're wrong, Brady.
Wrong Brady. But guys don't argue about stuff like that.
But Fem City really makes women come together as a group. Women
is our
supporting
goal.
women.
Supporting women in positivity and gratitude and just building each other up so you can be your best.
And no men allowed, because I try to wear a dress and they stop me at the door.
That's a different. That's the different.
That's a whole nother group for you, Freddie.
That's different.
If
tried
you
and
would
they said,
like,
"Nah."
if you would like, we can find that group for you too. I'm sure they'd be more than
I
happy.
And
know.
I want that group over here from
I know.
City.
Oddly enough, a few people at the game store actually do go to those kind of groups. So I mean, because
Thank you, Hector.
Hector can get you involved in one
Thank
of
you.
those
Why don't you
groups
go over
if
to
you'd
your
like.
office?
Ask and you shall receive is all I
I
can
wasn't
tell you.
asking, but thank you for receiving.
How can people get information on Fem City?
You can go to the website, www.femcity.com, look for Boca del Rey chapter, and you can also find us on Facebook. We are Fem City Boca del Rey, and if you are a member, you can be in the Fem City Members Only Facebook group.
So I'm going to take a look at that. And yes, a huge shout out over to Organic Movements because they did win #1 in the best float for the Boca Parade, correct?
At least second year in a row, possibly three. Mm-hmm.
And they are our literally our next door neighbors through a door we share right through the makeup room, which is incredible. They're just amazing. Fem City has done so much for the cafe, so much for Boca del Rey, and all of the chapters in your neighborhood are just as great as the one locally in ours. So check that out.
Thank you.
And Patty has arranged this amazing lineup that we have coming on. So Patty, you do the introductions before we go to commercial break.
Yes, so we have Dana Sutoris with Exposure Sports Management Group and her partner Bernard Jones. And then we have Jerry Fallon with American Association of Caregiving Youth. And then we have a special guest that's going to be calling in.
Benny Blades,
Benny
all
Blades.
about the you, is going to be calling in. I'm excited because yes.
Who's Benny Blank?
For me,
Who's Benny Blank?
for me, he was
And I
University
just want you to
of
know-
Miami, number 36.
Was
Go
he
Canes.
Hold on, is he a woman? I'm just asking.
He is
Well,
not.
he's not part
He's a
of
guy.
Fem City.
Oh, he's a guy.
nowadays it's different.
He's very supportive of
I'm sure he's very supportive. I just
caregiving youth. The
When
phone
you-
rang today, and
what
I
do
said,
you
"Hi,
got?"
Connie." She goes, "It's not Connie, it's Jerry, but it's all good." And we've got Dr. Lee. We're going to be talking about menopause.
Oh, come
Just
on.
saying.
That's it. I'm off this. I'm gonna go have some more.
Well, it's a perfect topic for the age group, though.
Perfect timing.
Thank you,
Hector's
Hector.
going to remove himself and go to the office on this one.
That's
We're
why I
going
wear
to
the
go.
Remember, this is why I normally wear the goggles.
Yeah.
We're going to go to
Hide
commercial
behind
break.
him, right?
888-994-4995. Caring is sharing. Please share out the next hour because we've got a lot of information, and this way you'll always have it. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with the PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
Are you here to be good? Or are you here to be great, outstanding? Hi, my name is Anne Shoshana Dector, and I am an author, motivational speaker, and leadership educator. I share with individuals and businesses the proven tools necessary so that you can make friends with challenges and use them as opportunities to grow from good to better, so you can have it all. Unified, supportive, and creative corporate communities, financial abundance, and a clear mission-driven purpose. Contact me at goodtobetter2020@gmail.com. Grow from good to better in 2020. Work with me individually or ask me to speak at your next event. goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Hey, I'm Tony Twyman, creator of the Reboot Wellness Cruise 2020. I invite you to join us as we set sail on the Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line's Grand Classica, January 18th through the 20th, for 2 days filled with active lifestyle, healthy nutrition, and virtual wellness. The goal is to get you to experience a vibrational spiritual shift by helping you develop internal balance, sustainable alignment, community, and execution for a healthy, happy life. Walls become doors and mountains move when you understand what you can accomplish. Call 954-998-3284 for more information or visit rebootcruise.com. Join our community by sailing with us to experience a new decade, new you. Again, 954-998-3284 or visit rebootcruise.com. Come sail with us.
You're the only one that never rings a bell.
I'm getting my own unique bell, is all I can tell you.
You're getting what?
My own unique bell.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe. I didn't even know what to hashtag today as our Thursday. It's kind of a caregiving, give back to the kids Thursday. We're always giving back. And on this hour, I'm excited because we've got Patty Goldenberg has organized our 1 o'clock hour, and Dr. Lee said, I'd like to be on a show where there'll be other people around. Well, Dr. Lee, I hope you got enough people around now to share the show, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be talking with Dr. Lee about menopause and andropause. And then when we segment, we're going to then be talking about what's going on. You've got the Superfest Gala with Exposure Sports Management. We've had a special caller calling in on the next half hour. We've got a lot of things going on. So stay tuned. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995. And, of course, our favorite Sandra Torres of United Latinas is over there.
And you know why she's here, right?
I do. She's here to talk about her event coming up on the 21st,
January
21st.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. How do you like that? That's right. You're right. What is it?
I just show up. I don't know what day it is.
I'm glad you agree with me. That's right. That's coming up in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about
2 weeks,
that.
and shouting out, and you see the back. We're getting all ready, and we've been working around the clock to get that done for the ladies and everything else.
Awesome.
You like? So a lot of moving parts. We've got new people on sound, and Teddy is teaching, and I love so much about teaching the next generation. All about giving back to our youth. But, you know, we can only give back if we are 100% ourselves.
That's
and Dr. Lee helps me get back to, I don't know
just
what
wanna-
percentage.
I have a complaint to you again. Monday,
The complaint
Tuesday,
department?
Wednesday, 3 days off the. Forget about it. She can't touch anything. Everything she touches explodes.
So maybe we need to redo those herbs.
The curtain rods exploded. The TVs don't work, and the camera broke because Dawn is like one.
So I went to see Dr. Lee on Sunday. She changed my herbs because we're dealing with this almost 53-year-old fun that I'm going through, for lack of a better term. Sandra's looking at me like, huh, what's that? Yeah, I know. But Dr. Lee is amazing, and there's so many things that you help with. And our demographic is men and women, but we're very heavy towards women on what we talk about. So what's going on in this home front that we're going to chat with Tofu, I see?
Yeah, the menopause started, like perimenopause, menopause started probably around 40. And between 40 to 60, the hormone changed so much. It's the estrogen, progesterone dropping. Actually, estrogen dropped much, much less than progesterone. The progesterone dropped like 70%, estrogen dropped 50%. So that created a condition called estrogen dominance, meaning the estrogen is relatively stronger than the progesterone. So with the less level of the progesterone, then our brain changes. You know, our brain become more sensitive to the stress, to the stimulation, and we cannot sleep as deep as we did before. And certain days we just cannot get good sleep, and that influences our mood. So we have the mood changes. And with this estrogen dominance condition, the sensor in your brain of temperature changes, of hunger, so we can get like constantly feel like the temperature fluctuating. Like we drink some hot fluids and I feel hot, I have to take off the clothes. So that's why I dress layers. And sometimes the air conditioner blowing and then I feel cold, I have to put on the coat. So that's because the little sensor in the brain changes. Because
Hot fluids, how does that change it? The hot fluid.
Hot fluids goes inside. Anything you eat can change your core temperature a little bit, 0.5, 0.3, and this little sensor can sense that it changes and quickly dilate the blood vessel on the surface area, and then you feel hot.
Well, how do we regulate the estrogen dominance?
Yes.
Yeah, the sensor.
Yeah, the little
How
sensor.
about the moods?
The mood,
so sorry.
because the progesterone dropping and it's influenced the serotonin, which is the happy hormone, relaxing hormone, that's also dropping. And not only that, our digestive enzyme slows down, so we couldn't digest very well. So I started to have acid reflux and indigestion around 40-ish. And I didn't know what is that until I figured out, because all the hormones are kind of out of balance. So I have to change the diet, you know, eat small meals. I cannot eat dessert at the end of the meal, and then the acid come up.
Let's eat it first.
What's that?
Eat it first, and then we're good.
So wait a minute. So hold on. So you eat something and it changes your mood?
Yes. Like if you eat some simple sugar and then your sugar goes up fast, and then after half an hour it dropped, and that triggers the whole adrenaline release. And then you feel anxious, you feel depressed and fatigue, because our body just cannot adjust as fast as those 20 years old. So we have to eat something make us more relaxed. Like I will eat avocado, tofu, drink raspberry leaf tea, anything calm down.
Wait a
the
minute.
nerves.
Wait a minute. I eat tofu. A woman eats tofu and they're gonna relax? Really? Tofu tastes like feet.
Not if you cook it the right way.
Sounded better.
Yes.
Tofu has no taste. Oh, you like tofu because you're vegan. I'm gonna tell you something. You, the vegan, there are more people in my life now have turned vegan because of you. And they are forcing me now to share in the vegan wealth. And yes, it is healthier for you, but man, does it taste like feet.
No, I think it's delicious.
It's delicious, and it's all about how you season it. Season it how you would normally season anything. You can create the same flavors.
But when you go to Dr. Lee, Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic, Dr. Lee is like the doctor you never had, who asks you these detailed questions, and she's got this cat. You know when you go get your nails done, your hair done, you've got their captive audience. You're there. So you're laying on the table. She looks at your tongue, takes your pulse, and puts needles in. You're not going anywhere. So, how's your sex life? And are you sleeping? What is it like when you go to the bathroom? You have to answer her, right?
She asks you all those questions?
Oh, and more, yes.
So let me
and
hear
if
the
she doesn't
answers.
like the answer, she's going to say, well, this is what you need to do.
Really?
Yeah. She's
This is
like the priest, the rabbi, the pope, the acupuncturist, the doctor, all in one.
This is a very deep acupuncture.
Yeah,
level.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, everything.
We have to keep us in a good mood, right? If we are depressed or anxious, or that we one of the things we can keep the hormone goes down slowly is keep our sex life regular and not avoiding that, because the estrogen dropping and then you don't have the sexual drive as you had before. And then most women just think, oh, then we should skip that. We're going to be a grandmother, so we cannot just focus on that. But it's not right, because if you don't use it, you lose it. You become so dry.
How's it gonna go?
Well, if you don't use
No,
it, you lose it.
okay, and you open up
interest in that.
you open up Pandora's box. So I'm going to ask you, if guys have ED, right? Do women get female ED? Does that happen to women?
We don't have ED, but
Well,
we
you know
have
what I mean.
like dryness, right? Everything becomes so dry, like the skin dries, and
We
the
talk
other
about the
part-
eyes.
Yeah, the dry eyes. Yes, exactly, and down below, and that
not
part are dry
getting-
too.
Everything's
Not getting
dry.
a correlation here.
Everything gets dry.
And not only dry, but it causes infection, like UTI.
You get an
or-
infection because you're dry?
Yeah, because when you're dry, your cell easy to get damaged. It's always there is
But doc, there's lubricants, there's all sorts of advanced. I mean, we're in the 21st century. There are all sorts of stuff you can do for that.
It's different. If you only put the lubricant there and you're not using that, then the cells become fragile. And then
So you should use it. I mean, 1 and 1 in my book equals 2. So if
But-
you're a little dry, get a little
That
wet.
could just be for that event.
Am I losing it here?
The room's growing.
It's funny. It's funny how every time I
walks
talk
in on
about
us?
dry women, you show up.
Here to help.
There's a guy who says, my Latino men that I have, my
There's a
Hispanic
gun.
men hanging around here.
I mean, I'm just saying you can use stimuli to help stimulate. Does that even make sense?
it's different. So it's like mind and body. It's all connected. So you have to have the brain to think about it, and then you have the right actions, and then you won't get dry or get get infection, UTI, cystitis. All of these are very common. So we have to do something like you used to drink 3 cups of coffee. Now you can only drink 1 cup or half cup.
What
because
about
your brain-
decaf?
Decaf is fine, but decaf you use processed
bother?
to. Yeah.
If you wait, hold on. If you use Brooklyn Cafe, the decaf from Don Pablo is done a different way.
It's
he doesn't do it.
organic, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
organic.
I
We need
think
to
it-
pet
Now
his
hold on.
patio
I want my friends, my male friends, to understand this, because it is a very important relationship problem. Where if your spouse or your significant other, whatever, is having these issues, you got to understand what's going on here. This is not about you don't want.
If only we had the other camera on right now, because you can see how uncomfortable the men are and how smiling the women are.
They're not
Right? Look at the
comfortable.
women; they're all
No,
smiling.
the guys
They
are
get
the
it.
guys are hip to the technique. They want to know how you can make your significant other, your wife, better. How you can give them and see the signs, because a lot of guys will turn around and says, "Oh, you don't want me to touch you. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. You don't have a relationship because you just don't understand what's going on physically."
But acupuncture helps regulate so many of these hormones.
Yeah, so acupuncture can slow down this declining of estrogen and progesterone. So when it goes down slowly, then your body have to wait to adjust. Like if you do an animal experiment, then you cut the connection between different brain part. If you gradually cut slowly every day, then the animal can survive. But if you suddenly cut, then the animal die. For us, the same thing. If we want to keep the skin, keep the muscle not drooping, you just slowly, you use tofu, you use raspberry leaf tea, and you use wheatgrass, you use acupuncture to help to bring energy.
And
to
most
your
guys will
adrenal.
die.
Yeah, ovarian function.
Maca's good, I heard, very good too.
A what?
As far
Maca.
as
Yeah,
maca.
maca.
The
Yeah.
The hell is a
fruit
maca?
Grounded with in some coffee, I heard it a
Maca
lot.
tea.
It
What's a
helps
maca?
women
It's
get
an-
more.
an herb. It's
Yeah, the phytoestrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For women.
Yeah.
And you also work with herbs.
Yes, the herbs can help to enhance, slow down the declining of the ovarian function, and also strengthen the adrenal gland, because eventually ovarian function declining and you have less estrogen, progesterone, or no progesterone, but adrenal gland can produce a little bit. So if you lower your stress with acupuncture, meditation, and qigong, and then your adrenal gland can produce a little bit of hormones, and that really helping us to keep the muscle tone, the skin, yeah.
And what about our moods? I'm reading here, and all this paperwork you sent me. We're as successful women, right? Our 40s, 50s, 60s. We've built careers. We're successful. But then we go up and we go to talk, and we can't even get the words out that we're looking for.
I think
Acupuncture can help with this. It's not just the physical side of changing hormones. It's the emotional side, the intellectual side.
Yeah, so with the estrogen stronger, relatively progesterone, then your brain, just the cells firing up. So we tend to have strong response to different kind of environmental stimulation. So you have a stress situation, and then your brain just like thinking about so many things. And the most important thing is slow down, focus on one thing. So it's not like our brain deteriorating so fast. It's because it's too much going on there. So that's why men can just focus one thing and finish one thing, move to the other thing. But women have so many things going on.
Why can men do multiple things and women can't? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Because you know the white matter in the brain, it's
Yes.
the connection. The fibers connect different
We have
brain
more or
cells.
less?
You have less. You have much less.
But it works for us, right?
Yeah.
You know, one thing that men have learned that women have not learned is, okay, let's move on.
Yes.
Right? I mean, honestly, guys say if you can't resolve it, you got to move on to the next problem. Don't linger. White matter or not matter, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but then you need to, you need to think about things in different way, right?
Yeah.
If this way is not working, you can change a little bit, and then that will work. So that's Don will help you to change the directions.
Do men experience perimenopausal?
Yes, the
All the
typical
time.
situation. Usually, healthy men, not alcoholic, not drug addict, their testosterone drop 1% each year after 50 years old. But we drop 50 to 70%. So that's a big change. But if you watch men who have prostate cancer and have the chemotherapy or hormone replacement, like they take the tamoxifen and block all the testosterone, they have similar problems as we do. They have hot flashes, they have mood swing, depression, insomnia. So that's
Which is very true because most men know a woman, and we get all of that. You ever notice when a woman's pregnant, men get pregnancy pains? You ever notice that?
What do you have now working with me?
I get crazy pains.
I know, because I don't know how you do it the past 3 days, 4 days.
I don't either. I just sort of say,
4
okay,
years.
she wants 17 things. Let me pick one, and by the end of the day, I complete 17.
And then he sits down. I go, why are you sitting for 2 hours?
Because I
and
wanted
looking?
to, because I had a situation and I could not figure out. And Teddy,
That
no,
would be,
now Teddy understands when you're in production, something wasn't working. And I sat down for 2 hours to figure out why. It wasn't logical. Until 3 days later, the answer to the problem was here. I hit the button. You hit what button? She never told me. She moved
I
the
hit the
problem.
wrong button on the TV. So for 2 hours, he sat trying to figure out why the monitor wasn't working. He didn't really ask me. He says,
I didn't ask her.
this is the community.
But when
He
when
said-
did I ask her to touch the
We need a universal remote. How do we find out which
Input.
TV it is? I
Input.
said, easy. You hit the mode button. He says, where is it? I said, oh, that's the one I hit a few days ago trying to turn it off.
A few days ago. So we were on TV for 3 days. Now, I asked Teddy, who's a millennial, she's young, and she's vibrant, she's doing her thing, and she says, I don't know what happened.
Dr. Lee, it's the
Right?
brain neurons I somehow crisscrossed.
yes. I think the estrogen can make your nerves connect in different way. So
Mood
sometimes-
swings, Doc. The mood
Yes.
swings from A to Z, and then there's another alphabet, the Greek alphabet. Mood swings among women is phenomenal. I mean, I just sit here and I wonder, how can you breathe and walk at the same time?
He does. He sits in like for hours.
For hours. I take out a pad and I watch you, and I go, what is wrong with your brain? We need bigger needles.
So you have a little room that we can meditate. If you
I got a
feel-
big room we can meditate.
and you can put one needle here, or you can press the wrist, 3 fingers above the wrist line, and press and deep breathing. You bring more oxygen and you calm down your brain right away.
Where on the wrist?
It's
on the left
3
wrist?
fingers above the wrist line.
DJ, bring me a 3.5-inch screw.
I sometimes put intradermal needles
Ooh,
there.
I feel that.
Yeah, and then you press that, it slow down.
You
your
know, if you
heartbeat
can
right
feel
away.
that, please consult the doctor. Don't do this at home by yourself. Do not stick needles in your hand. Call the doc.
Call Dr. Lee. This segment brought to you by Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic. Phone number is?
It's 617-817-1910.
And you're not going to Boston, right? Because it's 12 degrees up there.
Oh, probably next week for a few days.
But
so.
Dr. Lee's incredible. She's she's 7 minutes away from us, actually, right near the Boca Raton Regional Hospital. Everything from pain, hormones, attention. You work with children. You work with men, women, surgical, everything.
Yeah, so for pain or neck pain, back pain, and depression, all of this neuropathy. So it's all related with the hormones and the nervous system, immune function.
I wanted to talk to you about neuropathy. Something came out on Facebook where they're having this big thing up in West Palm Beach. And you know what they're using? Laser. Like this, the new science. And everybody and their mother, and I'm not going to go, but I wanted to talk to you about that because there are changes in neuropathy now where you can actually bring back feel.
Yes, because either laser or acupuncture, it helps the blood circulation, and the nerves on your feet or hand can regenerate pretty fast within a few weeks, as long as you can improve the circulation by walking fast or swimming, not sitting all day long.
And it says that you have to teach your feet and your hands to feel again. You have to teach it. For the feeling to come back, you have to teach the cells how to get the
Like
feeling
muscle
back.
memory, it's like nerve memory.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
the brain.
So if you have
connected with
neuropathy, like I have neuropathy, you got neuropathy, you're diabetic, give us a call. Have a consult. You got nothing to lose. Give it a try because I'm going to tell you, I know what the pain feels like when you are going through this thing.
How's your shoulder, Teddy?
It feels great ever since I went to Dr. Lee.
It feels great?
All the way up.
She's young. She has a
She's
higher
vibrant.
level.
It took her one
growth
treatment. It's
hormone.
taken me.
Yeah.
One treatment?
Yeah.
And how many you
My
had?
ACL and my knee too.
How many have
Really?
I had?
Wow.
Yeah, but I got all those other
Yeah.
things going on. I got all this thyroid hormone plus 53. I got a lot of things going on. You, my friend, probably need Dr. Lee to help you deal with
I
me.
just need Dr. Lee to build a wall. So that
Contact Dr. Lee at 617-817-1910, Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got a full show ahead of us, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events they might have coming up.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
I just love a bell in the afternoon.
It's interactive showtime in the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Now, I just want you to know that in the future, because we are in our own place, we may give you pads and you're going to draw sketches and pictures. Everything in the future is all interactiveness. Is that a word?
It is now.
It is now.
It's a Freddie word. Freddieism.
That's right. I just love to give people bells and maybe a squishy fish and things like that just to play with and pictures and things like that. At the end of the day, we show it.
Have a lot going on here. And Freddie's going to say, I didn't think we had any guests coming on today. That's all he's going to say to me when we leave here.
That's what she told me. Didn't she say that? The speaker's on?
And you notice how Dr. Lee ran out? Because she knows you're going to ask her for more help for me.
I was. I caught her in before she left.
But this segment brought to you by Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic. Contact Dr. Lee. She is local now. We've got her down from Boston. She's right here in Boca Raton near the hospital. You can find it at bocaacupuncture.org. 617-817-1910. We've got Patty Goldenberg. She's still over here from Fem City. Sandra Torres is still with us. We've got Linda with us as well, so welcome. We're talking about Superfest. So I'm so glad we've got Bernard with us. We've got Jerry from Caregiving Youth, and we've got Dana. What are we talking about? We're talking about giving back to our youth. And I think we've got a phone call as well, right?
We do.
So before we get to the call, who wants to start and sort of share the information on what's going on
Set
with
it up for
Superfest?
us, yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
Dana Lisa Torres, and what we are doing is our company is Exposure Sports Management Group. We've been around since 2006. We have done a tremendous job with a lot of athletes. Our mission is to give back, and we give back with the athlete in transition, not as a agent, but it's something that we do to help if they want to go into on speaking tour, if they want to do things. This is what Superfest is with Benny Blades, and we have 3 absolutely fabulous activities. We have a Super Gala that will be at Oceanic on the 29th. We have a Superfest Street Fest on 33rd Street, highlighting fishtails, and we have closed down the whole street with City of Fort Lauderdale's blessings. And the last but not least is the Superfest Football Clinic, and that is the old school versus the young bucks, and in the 100 years of football, and that's going to be at Carter Park.
Is that a game?
It's for kids, and it's a clinic, and they are going to get out of school for a field trip.
Oh, that's very cool.
And they're going to be it's on a Orange Bowl opportunity field, and the Orange Bowl committee will probably be there to support as well.
And how does the Caregiving Youth get involved, Jerry?
So thank you very much for having us on the show, and Dana and Bernard for giving us the opportunity to raise awareness for our kids. We have worked with Dana Bernard and Benny previously, because I don't know if I'm allowed to share this yet, but he was a youth caregiver. So he has worked with American Association of Caregiving Youth and visited our kids at camp and shared his story with them, and to give them hope of how, they take on a lot of adult responsibilities, but that they should stay in school and focus on what they want to do in the future, and anything can happen.
And you are working with the Brain Bowl at the
Yes,
end of
we
this
are,
month.
on the 31st, yes.
So they are, I know, part of honoring is these caregiving youth that are working with family members that have Alzheimer's and dementia. So I know you guys are being honored as well. And they're going to be here on Wednesday. So you are more than welcome to come back on Wednesday, because it is the Brain Bowl Committee picture. And all of that, everything goes hand in hand. And about giving back, things you don't think about. When Connie was with us a few years ago, you don't realize what these kids are going through when they're caring for someone at home, when grandma's home or mom or dad are home. And you're helping. When you get home from school, your parents at work, you've got grandma or grandpa home, and now you become the caregiver.
Yeah.
It's a lot that you've undertaken. We haven't seen Connie in quite a long time.
She's a busy lady.
She's a busy lady.
In Houston right now.
Hi, Connie. We miss you. So hoping we get to see you soon. So this is all going back to help your kids. So these children will be at the clinic? Some of them?
No, but we will be, there's silent auctions at the events, and we'll have tables so that we can interact with the athletes, which surprisingly there's a number of athletes who have been youth caregivers. So if we can reach out, it's an opportunity for us to spread the word. As you know, we're the only ones in the country that work with this population. So these guys, everybody's going to be coming in for the Super Bowl. Everybody's really excited about that. And so it's a great opportunity for us to reach people that are coming in from other cities for the game.
So, and Bernard, you and Dana are involved. What are some of the things that you're working with these events?
Well, logistically, we are finding local businesses to help participate in the event. Oceanic is a brand new waterfront restaurant that the city of Pompano Beach has put on. So those are the types of venues that are upscale, nice, and it brings people out. The causes, you have the players, like Jerry mentioned, that they grew up, they had to go to take care of their sisters and brothers before they went to practice. They continued, they were in a good position, and their athletic ability helped them move forward with that. And while they're in the league and making money, this is an opportunity for them to come back to their neighborhood, let other kids know that I did the same thing that you're doing now. So this is the stuff that we try to work with the athletes, not on the field. It's more when you finish, what's the next thing you do in life? You were great on the field. We help try to parlay those athletic abilities, your moment, your voice to other causes, and I think that this is one of the ones that we think is
This is
great.
a home run.
This is so powerful. You know, we had Jackson on last week.
Yeah, but I mean, Jackson's one thing, but you're having these gentlemen come forward because of their schedules and things that are going on in their lives, that they're taking time out for this. This is I mean, do you ever see this gentleman play football?
Let me tell you about this gentleman playing football. We have.
'Cause I have.
Do we have him on the phone?
We do.
We have Benny Blades on the phone, and I always say, and Freddie teases me, it is all about the U, because I was there at University of Miami when they were there. I was there from 85 to 92.
You got to see Benny play.
I got to see, and I'm not, I just got to tell you, those were some of the most spectacular years in the mid-'80s for the Hurricanes. That's all I can tell you about that.
I can tell you, I saw Mr. Blaze intercept a couple of passes when the Jets played the Lions, and I'm going to tell you, I wasn't too happy about that then, but this guy can play, man. I'm going to tell you, it was good.
Well, what a story, and I'm so glad that you shared that, Bernard, because once they go on the field and the fame comes and the fortune and, you're looking good in the pants. We talked about that
And
the
here
other
we go
day,
with
I
that.
know. You never think about where you came from. It's the stories from where they came from, and that's why I brought up Jackson, because where Jackson came from, who knows where this young man's going to be when he grows up, right? And then you look backwards, and these are the stories that you're bringing forward, and you're inspiring the youth to say, you know what, you can do this. You can do anything, right? We all have a story.
Everybody does.
So, Benny, thank you for joining us. Tell us how you got involved. What was your vision of doing all of this?
Well, I tell you what, I got involved with Dan and Bernard probably about 10, maybe 11 years ago. And when I got involved with them, they introduced me to AACY because they understood my story. Growing up, I had an older brother who had cerebral palsy. And so when you're a caregiver to a brother that can't take care of themselves, and then it was myself, Brian, and Al, and we're all athletic, and he can never do what we had a God-given ability to do, but we made sure that we took care of him, and he showed up to all of the youth league games, all of the high school games, and so it resonated with my heart, because I just thought, for us, it was just a part of life. You took care of your older brother while mom and dad was working, and, that was life. But as you get older, you can see there's other kids that go through the same things that you've gone through. And so it was my pleasure to go out and speak to the kids and tell them my story and find out, what they're going through. And so now that the Super Bowl is here, I've gotten a bunch of my friends from, the old days, University of Miami. I have guys like Melvin Bratton, Tala Bear.
I remember Melvin, too.
In town. Yeah.
All
And
those
so,
guys, I remember that.
Yeah. So I mean, we help each other out tremendously, and, we parlay our gifts and our talents that we had on the football field, and we go in and support each other in what we're doing. It's 100 years of NFL football.
What's the response? Benny, what's the response you're getting from these kids? And when you go out there, what do they say? What are they doing? How are they what are they saying to you?
Well, a lot of times when you meet the kids, right now when we for a Super Bowl clinic, well, of course, we'll be out there, we're teaching the kids, the drills and what it takes to become college, high school, NFL player. Those guys are happy, but where at the end, when we share our testimony with a lot of these kids just see us on TV. They have no idea, no clue what it takes to get there. And so we hope to inspire through our stories. You know, there may be a kid that, you know, is on the cusp of saying, you know, hey, look, I can't do this. I got too much responsibility. And then when they hear what we have to say, a lot of them say, well, I can make it. If that guy can make it, I can make it. And so that's the biggest part of why I know I'm getting involved with this, and I'm putting this camp on.
And what's your goal, any of you, for this event? Who are we looking to reach out to? What do you need from the community, the children?
So when we have these...
We're just asking anybody that want to, you know, help sponsor, whether it be, you know, fishtails at night, the Super Bowl clinic, or the Oceanic restaurant. We want to make sure that we raise enough money for AACY and the Bend Blaze Foundation, so that way we can continue doing what we do around the communities. Because, like I said, without funds for AACY, a lot of stuff that they do goes unnoticed. And like she said, they're a one-of-a-kind thing in the nation that a lot of people just don't realize. It takes funds to, you know, to have people come out and testify to these kids. And a lot of these kids, you know, I mean, when I went out and made s'mores with these kids, I had never eaten a s'more.
Hey, Benny, I've got a question for you.
We got a trivia question.
We have a trivia question for you from our audience.
Go ahead.
You went to Piper High School?
I sure did.
And you were homecoming king, I understand, in 1984?
I sure was.
Do you remember who the homecoming queen was?
The homecoming queen?
Yeah.
It was Gina Paradoni.
No, she's actually sitting right here in our studio because you're on the phone with us.
Linda, your name isn't Gina.
Say hello.
Well, you know, it could have been 1983 because I was crowned twice.
You were crowned twice, okay.
That was his date.
Hey, Benny, you know what? You were so dark and I was so awfully white. We kind of X'd each other out on the float. I was one of the first radio DJs on Piper High School's radio station, and it was Linda Emery, also known as Linda Energy, that went on to I-95 Bumper to Bumper Disco Hits and Y100. So, but you were my king. Thank you for not remembering.
Oh, baby.
That's okay. It's only gotten worse in my love life since then.
That's hilarious. It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
It's a small circle.
It is.
We're in the yearbook, remember, so you can go
We're gonna
back
look it
and
up.
We actually should have pulled up the yearbook picture.
Now this has gotten intriguing.
Heck, it was just a year or two ago, right?
Now, I want to talk about the sponsorships a little bit. If you want to sponsor or get involved in this deal, how do you do that?
Well, first, our website is www.esmg.info/ and it'll tell you every ticket price to go to this, to be part of the fun, and also to sponsor. We have sponsorships from title sponsorship to $10,000 down to whatever you can do. We have in-kind. We have, you know, we also have a silent auction. So we're going to have signing things that are signed. And people that come to the events will be able to have signature cards, and you'll be able to get whichever athletes are at the events. There's some that will be at all three events. We will have special athletes coming to the different events. Our bigger events will probably be on 33rd Street. We will have probably 2 or 3 signing sessions throughout the day because that goes from 9 to 3.
Are you doing events at the restaurant?
We at Oceanic, yes, it's upstairs and it overlooks the ocean and it's fabulous.
So this Superfest Gala, that's the first event on January 29th from 6 to 9 p.m. The tickets are $95.
Yes.
And what about the Superfest, the Street Fest at Fishtails? Is there a fee for that as well?
There is if you would like discounts. If you would like most of the participants and through on 33rd Street, 34th Street, and all the way up to Oakland Park, if you purchase a wristband, which goes back to the both charities, you will get a discount maybe up to 20% on your meal or on drinks. If you would like to be part of the signing room, or if you want to be in the VIP tent and sit and talk with everybody and have stories. So that's 3 different pricings, $40, $75, and $100. And so you will have different opportunities. Nobody's being asked to have to pay anything, but if you would like to do some things, that's how you're going to be able to do it.
So you can support that way through the VIP tent, through
Yes.
different, that's fantastic. And I got to tell you, then we know a lot of people, I've said before, football seems to be the leveling ground for all men. I can't say all women, but all men, right?
More women are joining.
But any man can sit down, you know your favorite team, even if you don't, you know Benny Blades, right?
Of course I know Benny
Played
Blades.
against your team.
He destroyed my Jets, absolutely. How can I not know him?
Go Benny.
That's it.
He destroyed. And then the funny thing about sports is if you don't give money but you have a business and you want to donate things that you can use for the program, I'm pretty sure you can work a deal as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I love that it goes back to the kids. It goes back to bringing awareness and giving some funds and some help and some hope to these children
Yes.
that are caregiving. And I'm so excited that we get to see you again the end of the month with the Brain Bowl.
Yes, thank you.
You have so much more visibility coming forward, and anything we can do. We're starting our Kids Network actually here on Monday, our first show to be launched on our Kids Connection Network about the kids. So if we can help bring awareness and any of them want to be on the show, I know Kids in Capes is starting.
Kids in
They're
Capes,
filming tomorrow. Actually, that'll be the first show to air.
I want to ask Benny. Benny, do you have Lawrence Taylor working with you at all?
Hang up.
He's not on. Do you have Lawrence Taylor working with you?
No, we do
I'm going
not.
to give you a phone number.
Really?
Yeah, I did some work with Lawrence.
That would be
LT
wonderful.
is good.
LT's the
We've
man.
done stuff in the past. We
With
had
LT,
a golf
yes.
tournament down in
Yeah.
Miami several years ago.
I used to do a show for LT. I did it for like 12 weeks, and he brought all the ex-Jets. I don't know why a Giant would bring all the ex-Jets, but we have.
They're all friends. Because you know what? Again, it goes back to you guys are all friends.
This is the
Yes.
fraternity. This
It
is
is.
something
It
when
is.
you finish, you have the bragging rights, but the things that I can't speak for Benny, but we've heard this story. The thing that he would miss is with the guys.
That's what they always
It's
miss.
not the fame. It's 4th and 1.
Camaraderie.
We're going to stop these guys. And then 20 years later, you're sitting there and you're laughing. You remember when I tackled you? He always brags on
That's
Brett
funny.
Favre's last pass he intercepted. So that's something that is his forever. And as an athlete, I played a moment or two, but I got to college. But those are the things now, that are important for an athlete. And you smile, and I have a son that's playing in college now, so I tell him I don't live my life through you. I watch, and you enjoy that, but I remember the moments, the practices, the ice, the wins and the losses, and at the end of the day, it's you. So that's very important for any athlete.
That's why not many people get to play in the NFL. My son played in college, Freddie, and he brought me home the jersey. He got in one play, and he brought me home the football. The only Santori to play in college football was my son, and I said to him, "You don't ever have to do anything else in the game. That's enough. If you make it to the NFL, God help you. But making it to the NFL is a very difficult task.
Very difficult.
Staying in the NFL is even more difficult. That's why you have to applaud those players. I know that they make a lot of money and yada, 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 but the sacrifice that they have, it's unbearable. And to do that, and Blaze was an all-star, and he's giving his time and giving back, that's a gift.
His family, the Blades family, and the legacy with his brothers.
Blades
He had
brothers.
children that were in the NFL. He has nephews that are at the U right now that continues. He'll have an opportunity to be in the NFL. So
good stuff.
This is great for the South Florida area.
And Jerry, how many kids are you working servicing right now?
It's just over 600 in Palm Beach County alone.
Well, just 600.
Yeah.
It's a small number.
Yes,
And
but
for
there's
people who don't know what the association does, how do you help these kids? Besides just raising money, you're really helping them.
Yes, it's very hands-on. The children that are in our program are middle and high school age students, and they have to be doing more than 20 hours of caregiving a week. That's how
Really?
they qualify for our program.
Wow.
And some of the things that they're doing, they're bathing their parents, they're managing medication. So, and sometimes having to miss school to go to doctor's appointments.
How old are these children, average?
11 to 18.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so
11-year-olds taking care of them.
it's a real reverse role in the household, and so these kids are, the way that we help them is, give them tutoring. They have pulled out a class for a support group so they can learn have the tools that they need to stay in school and be successful and balance their in-school life as well as at home. And then we also give them respite. So there's camps, and there's anytime they have a day off from school, we do a picnic, or we have a mentoring program, and that's a few of the things that we do.
A few of the things. It's tremendous what you're offering, the support, and all of these funds that are going back to both foundations that you're working with this entire end of January, leading into Super Bowl, right? What a great opportunity to have some fun, meet some players. I know a lot of people that would love to meet the players at the events and then give back to the youth, right?
That'd
So
be
it's a
great.
win-win for everybody. And I'd love to bring some of the kids on with us anytime.
Thank
You always
you.
are welcome to join us.
I would love
and-
to do a show down from the restaurant. That was my whole angle on this. The restaurant on the
Which
second
one?
floor.
You are so welcome. You could do Street Fest, or you can do this.
Which one would you like to do?
The one that we talked about on the second floor, there's a restaurant down.
Oceanic.
Now,
And then
how
you've
come
got
that name-
Fishtails.
How come Oceanic keeps coming to my? Where did we do something down there?
You said they're brand new.
This is brand new.
It is brand new. Okay.
It's brand new. I don't know where it's on. It's
Is
in
it in
Fort
Fort
Lauderdale on
Lauderdale?
the beach.
It's Pompano Beach.
Pompano. It's right next
That's
to the
why.
pier.
I like to
The
do
city's
it. Maybe do a
redeveloping the
remote
whole
and bring
beach
it-
area.
We would
I
absolutely
think
love
Bobby
it.
told us about it.
I think somebody told us about this.
It's a spectacular restaurant.
You know, when you do remotes and you do 100 remotes and you do 1,000 remotes, they begin to sort of fade. But I would love to do something. Maybe the players come on and you have auctions and we have like all sorts of cameras going on.
I think it's a Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night.
Figure it out.
There we go.
I think it'd be great.
Our
back.
people will talk to your people, and we'll do it. We'll do it all.
And she'll be back.
I ain't got many people, but I got
you got the people here.
You have the right people.
You got the right
I
people.
think we're gonna make some music on this thing, and the Super Bowl is in our backyard. Why not take advantage of that, right? I mean, it comes once every 100 years or whatever the hell it is. I didn't even know the Super Bowl was here.
You got the 29th, you've got the 30th, and the clinic is on the 31st, so the whole weekend.
So we figure it out, make it work, and we sort of push and go and start promote. When is it? The what?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that 31st, you guys have a lot going on that week. That's the same day as the Brain Bowl.
I know.
Wow.
I know, but
Friday
it's all
is-
for a good cause.
The Brain Bowl, the 31st.
It's
That's the clinic.
31st. That's Friday. Maybe we do something Thursday and take the players and whatever. Start early and late.
And Teddy,
All
you're
day.
playing lands when? The 26th.
26th.
What that's the 28th, is it?
It's a, well, Teddy, your book. Patty, how did you get involved with everyone here? Because I know Dana's, I don't think she's part of Fem City Boca Del Rey yet.
Dana is not part of Fem City
Yet.
because she is currently the president of another fabulous women's networking group,
Okay.
which is how we met, Women's Executive Club. And they are here in Palm Beach County and do great things and work with a lot of nonprofits. And that's also how I got to meet Jerry.
Fantastic. See, women actually supporting women. I love it. How do you like
That's
that?
because men get shut out.
No.
Yes, I'm going to talk to this gentleman over here. I can't shut. We gonna make it big. Listen, everybody's invited on Tuesday.
Pick a day. We've
Tuesday.
had so much going on next
Tuesday,
week.
there is an opera star coming from England here. You can invite the ladies, and we'd like to talk about different venues and different functions and everything else. We've only been here 6 weeks. And everything you see here, there wasn't even a nail on the wall. When
There
we came
wasn't
in.
even a ceiling when we moved in here.
I haven't slept in 6 weeks. But
Looks
we would
great.
like to open it up to venues, and we go remotely, we go out there. And I think that what you guys are doing, I applaud. There's a lot of kids that look up to the players and everything else. That's just the name of the game. And I just applaud what you're doing. Whatever you need from the cafe, you got it.
Thank you.
Anything we can always do to help. Yes, next week we've got a full week, so save the date. Actually, starting with tomorrow, we've got Artists for Autism joining us, and I'm really hoping that they're going to hang some of their artwork here in our new studio. So they'll be joining us tomorrow. They have an event coming up as well next weekend, and they're located on Sample Road inside the Festival Flea Market. So they'll be here. Monday, you've got Sarah Spiritual joining us, a spiritual advisor. So if any of you want to come up for a reading or an interaction, come on up. Tuesday, we have the tenor music of Ian Michaels coming in from London with his duo. So we've got a violinist and a pianist coming, so that'll be on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we've got the Brain Bowl Committee coming, so maybe you'll join us as well, Jerry or Connie, about supporting the kids and those caregiving youth that are helping loved ones that have Alzheimer's and dementia. And then the following week, we've got United Latinas joining us, so Teddy, as you said, we could have never done this in our old home, so our new home is open to so many. We are located at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13, so come on out. Our doors are always open and the coffee is always brewing.
And have fun.
Right?
Join
us
I
anytime.
got nothing else to say.
Our phone lines you can always reach is at 888-994-4995. Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for joining us. More to come. We will post these flyers. I have the PDFs, so we'll post those on social media to share it out.
Thank you.
If you have anything we can share for the AACY, let us have that as well, and we'll share that because it's always about, you asked my goal for 2020, it's about giving back to the youth as always, right?
Always.
It's
That's-
about bringing the next generation forward.
That's right, and giving everybody a chance. And this is what you guys are doing. You're changing lives. You're not changing minds. You're changing lives. You're giving people an opportunity to say, "Listen, you can do this." But it takes work. There is no free lunches.
Takes a
You
team.
got to put it in the sweat. Now you had a cup of coffee. You said, "I'm doing." I wasn't good enough to play college ball. I just wasn't good enough.
Where'd you
Did
play?
I want to?
Community college in Enterprise, Alabama, and a moment at Florida State.
Florida State. And nobody can take that away from you.
See, and you're still
Student
friends with
loans
Benny.
still paying on that, so they're taking it.
So you had a hurricane and a knoll, and you're still friends. See,
And I'm a
guys,
gator.
and a gator. So it just says it's when you can support each other in good foundations. That's all that
What is it with
matters.
the South in schools? I went to NYU. We don't act like that.
I'm telling you,
We're
between
violent.
the
We have
Canes, the
basketball.
Gators, and the Seminoles, you've got a big rivalry. But you know what? At the end of the day, everyone can come together for a good cause, for AACY.
True that. I want to thank Benny Blaze for calling in.
Yes.
Also appreciate his time and effort for giving us a few minutes of his busy day.
Thank you so much. Dina, thanks for coming back before you even officially start with us in May. So welcome to a little bit of our fun. Patty, thank you. Linda, Sandra, we're going to chit chat. We've got a visitor. We've got
Linda.
Mr. Dirth in the house, Dr. Lee, Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic. And on our first hour, we talked about Fem City. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Coming out. Be kind to each other. This is Dawn Ann.
Freddie S. And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.